Hello and welcome to another update video about Quant. Quant has reached my target area here that we talked about in previous videos. Yeah, we calculated and defined here this area weeks ago, yeah, for Quant to get into in its wave 2. So this area is located between $60 and 87. So here we have reached this area today. Two things to mention here. What we don't know, yeah, is if Quant in this current correction has already done an ABC correction, A, B, C, or if this is only the wave A of a larger correction. We don't know that yet, unfortunately. Yeah, we can't look into the future. We can only point out possibilities, and one very clear possibility is that we are now already in the C wave of this correction. Yeah, this unfortunately is getting likely, well, fortunately or unfortunately, it doesn't really matter. We need to be aware of that possibility because we have now retraced far enough. So if we measure these fibs, you can see that this overall area here is located between the 50% fib level at $87 and the 78.6%. So we've reached that area now. The 50% fib level is enough to complete a wave 2. Yeah, I would call that a minimum in such a higher level wave degree, basically, yeah, correction of a wave 2. So it could very well be that this structure already was the A wave, the B wave, and by the way, here we had a reversal area again that worked out, and then we came down. We don't know that yet. Yeah, need to understand that. Now, primarily, I would now expect lower prices still to continue. Why? Because we haven't got, I mean, we are in a downtrend, as you can see, and we haven't seen any confirmation that we are going up from here. Yeah. In fact, we're actually coming down strongly, and you can see how relevant these levels are again. Yeah, how relevant these levels are. We've touched exactly the 50% fib level. A lot of people there still believe markets are moved by news. Yes, of course, they can have a short-term effect and so on, but these technical levels are so relevant. Otherwise, the 50% fib retracement would not have acted as a support level here. We have also not broken out substantially above this descending trend line. Yeah, we talked about this trend line, that if we break above that and ideally get a retest done, that is when we could move up in a larger wave B. Now we're not doing that. Yeah, we're not doing that at the moment, and at the moment there is no signal that we are going higher. This signal would only come, yeah, I mean, you can say if we break above this trend line here, maybe we can adjust that slightly. Now we are still below the trend line. This, however, at the moment, you could call a descending wedge that might be forming. So be aware of a potential breakout to the upside here at some point. Not guaranteed to happen. The key is that I told you that this is an area where I would start to accumulate, possibly because this wave 2 doesn't matter if we go up in a B and come down in a C, or this is not really too important, because in both scenarios you would be able to take some profits in the wave B. Let's say you were buying here, you could take some profits in the wave B or when the market is eventually turning around. But I wouldn't just buy in at the moment without seeing a signal to the upside. So that could be a 5-wave move to the upside, could be an engulfing candle, could be pulling back to support the 61.8 level, for example, at $76, then a green engulfing candle, or leaving this area to the upside again. Yeah, but I think primarily we will come down lower into this area, or alternatively, if we now find strong support here, maybe double bottom, break out of the wedge, and then we retest it from above. That would be another entry signal. For anybody who just wants a hands-off approach, of course, you could just accumulate here for the long term, but I still think we go down a bit lower, so I wouldn't start as of yet. Let's just wait a little bit. So overall, it could very well be we see a wave B. We will know that when we see the structure evolving. If it's a corrective wave structure like Ethereum is doing, then it could very well indicate that it's a wave B. If we see something impulsive from here, we can make the assumption the wave 2 was already in. But at the moment, we can't make that assumption yet. Quant is another coin where I think that if Bitcoin makes a lower low, Quant could potentially still make a higher low. Yeah? Very much possible. And I talked about these possibilities before. So yeah, so primarily overall I would expect here still lower prices in a wave 2. But this is generally the area where accumulation is possible in preparation for the larger wave 3. Very important to understand that a drop below the 78.6% Fib level would make this wave count less reliable, and we would then need to assume that something more bearish is going on here. So of course accumulation as low as possible above this 78.6% Fib level is to be preferred. Yeah, not to buy too high, rather wait until we sink a little bit lower here. Okay, and that's my update about Quant. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.